Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a first impressions tutorial using the new Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. I've been so excited to get my hands on this. As far as I know it is sold out, but you never know if they'll bring it back or anything because it has been super successful. So far the reviews that I've seen have been really good. So this is what the palette looks like. So Jaclyn stayed true to her style and incorporated a whole bunch of warm tones, which I absolutely love. But she also did leave out the cool tones. She did throw in some cool tones down here and some brighter colours over here as well. And from what I've heard, the formula of these are meant to be really, really good, and that's what she had said took so long, was to get the formula and like the pressing of each shadow and each colour just right. Now the only other palette that I have to compare it to is the 35O, which is the really popular warm palette, which I like and I use, but I do find that there are inconsistencies with the shadows. I have some that I use all the time and I really love and I like to work with, and then I have others that I don't really like and don't really like to work with. And that's something that she was talking about, was that she wanted to make sure that the pressing of each colour was unique to that colour so that they would all be consistent in terms of pigmentation and performance. So let's put that to the test. First I'm going to prime my eyes as per usual. I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I'm going to pop that all over and we'll just blend that out with a brush. Oh, this just does not want to blend out very nicely. It's super warm today, so I'm quite oily, quite shiny, so maybe it just doesn't want to stick to my eyes. I am also actually getting ready to go out for a night out. So I do want to create something that I'm happy to wear for the night. Oh, I have so many choices. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit pinky, so I think I'll go for this pinky shade, shimmery pinky shade. I don't know the names though. I know she named all the shadows, and as far as I remember in her video she was reading off like a sheet. There was like a printout with like pictures of the colours and then names, and I guess I just assumed that that was part of the palette, like the way you get a little protective sheet, that there might be another one with the names on it, because it seems so sad that she named all 35 of these with unique and special names and I don't know what they are. So I always start with a matte cream coloured eyeshadow, and her first one here, oh hello pigment. Yeah, I think these creamy shades have shimmer to them. Yeah, they do. So I'm going to need to grab a cream coloured eyeshadow. So I'm just using my one from Inglot just to get us started as a base. This is just what I like to do, just to make sure my primer is set so that it's all the one kind of powdery texture and my shadows aren't going to grab in any particular spots. So the first shadow that I'm going to use is from the top row, the third one across. So just a nice neutral sandy kind of colour. And that's going to be my transition shade, so I'm going to blend it up nice and far. So I think what I want to do is use kind of the warmer tones in the crease, and I want to try and use that bright orangey yellowy shade, and then pinky shades on the lid and maybe a pop of green underneath, make it nice and bright and colourful. So I've basically taken that just up under the brow bone, not quite all the way to the brow. I've left some space for a highlight so that it's nice and bright, but it's going to be the very tippy top shade that peeks through out of the blend. So next I am going to go in with that orangey yellowy shade. I really like that colour. So in the pan I'm getting like a slight bit of kickback, but generally kickback doesn't really annoy me very much unless it's like a crazy amount. But considering how pigmented these are and how affordable they are, I would expect a lot more, but it's minimal actually. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the one that's next to that mustardy shade. It's like a nice warm tan colour. And I'm going to pop that in the crease but not blend up as far as that yellow. I just want to see if that'll add a little bit of depth before I go in with something much warmer. Yeah. because next I think I'm going to go in with like a deeper orange, and I just needed something in between that and the yellow. I'm really enjoying how these are blending and working. They're really soft, but as I say, not so soft that there's tons of kickback. And so far, no fallout, or minimal fallout anyway. Not that I can see to my eye. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to go in with an orange, but I'm going to take the brighter orange, this one here. So I want to keep it nice and bright and summery and colourful. And once again, that's going into the crease. We're just going to keep that blend a little bit more precise. Oh, it is warm. Okay, so I'm going to leave the crease there for the moment, and I might come back to it and deepen it up a little bit. But for now, I'm going to move on to the lid, and I'm going to take this darker pinky shimmery shade, and I'm going to switch from my blending brush to a shader brush. As always, the brushes and products I use will be listed on my blog, and that will be linked down below. I'm just starting in the middle of the eye and bring it outwards. So next I'm going to use some of the lighter pinky toned shimmers up here. These are actually really similar, these two, from just my swatching there. They're both like really nice rose golds with that pinky goldy shift. One is a little bit more peachy, but very, very similar. But I think I'm going to take the one on the very corner there and pop that on the inner half of the lid. And then I'm going to flip my brush over to the clean side, and I'll take this much lighter shimmer shade that has that pink tone to it, and that's going to be my inner corner highlight. I like how nice and bright that inner corner highlight is, but just with a little touch of pink in it. It reminds me of Vermeer from the Modern Renaissance palette. Okay, yeah, so from here I can see that I do want to darken up the crease a little bit, even though I like how just pure bright and fresh this is. I am going for a night out, so because it will be like evening makeup, I do want it to be a little bit darker, still nice and summery, but just a little bit deeper. So I'm going to take this shade right here. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a winey, no, how would you describe that? Let me swatch it. Oh God, that's so soft. It's like a reddy brown, a brownish red with slightly wine undertones. I should have her video here so I can reference back to how she described them. But I'm just going to take a touch of that, because that was super soft and pigmented, on the tip of my blending brush. And just take that right in the outer corner of the crease. Not sure how well you'll be able to see the difference that has made, but it's just deepened it ever so slightly, so it's like a slightly darker pinky orangey colour in the crease now. It's not made it like smoky or anything, it's just defined the eye shape a little bit more. And I've just gone around the edges with my other crease shades as well, just to make sure that they're not disappearing with the blending. Okay, so again, I'm going to leave the crease there for now, but we'll move on to the under eye, where I want to do a little pop of green. So I'm switching to a smaller, more pointed kind of crease brush, and I'm going to use that for the under eye. And I'm going to take this matte teal green. And then I'm going to take some of my, the first shade that I use, the first transition that I use in the crease, just that light sandy colour, to buff underneath that green. Soften the edges and bring it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take the shimmery shade that's next to that one, another kind of teal colour, and I'm going to start that on the inner corner of the lower lash line and just blend it outwards. So it's like the inner half. And then I'm going to switch to a little flat liner brush, and I'm going to take this deep dark, oh there it is, this deep dark like forest green, and I'm going to use that to define the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the very top lightest shade that had a little bit of sheen to it, and I'm just going to use a tiny little brush. This is, it's actually from a L'Oreal palette, and it's not the great, it's quite small. I wouldn't use it as like a proper eyeshadow brush from a palette or for a palette, but I think it's perfect for like detail work, like going under the eye is great with it, or just a little bit of highlight under the brow, which is what I'm going to use it for right now. It's a brush that normally I would have just thrown in the bin, but I just decided to keep it, and I actually get great use out of it. Okay, so then let's add some liner. I'm using my favorite Essence liquid ink liquid liner that is waterproof. I'm going to need to bring this mirror in a little bit, so sorry that it's in shot at the moment. So for lashes, I'm going to use my Inglot 30 ends. They have nice and fluttery ends, so they're not going to cover up all the colour, but they are nice and dark, so they will give me more definition along the lash line. So I'm just going to apply some mascara first to my natural lashes, literally just to blacken them. I'm not looking for any volumizing effect or anything. So that is the finished eye look. I am going to finish my brows and the rest of my face off camera because I've just looked at the time and I don't know what the fuck I've been doing, but I'm running late now, so I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I'll come back to show you the finished product and to give you close-ups. Okay, so I'm back with my full face. So this is the finished look. I'll give you some close-ups of the eye. So these are the finished eyes. Again, just nice and bright and summery. So I'm really happy with how it came out. I was having some trouble with my face makeup though, because it's so hot and humid in my studio at the moment, and my foundation just did not want to set, and ain't nobody got time for that, so I just had to really work with it and pull it together. But it all worked out in the end, and as I said, I'm going to be rocking this for the evening. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and if you did enjoy, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot, and you can subscribe if you haven't already if you'd like to. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of my night, and I hope you do too. Thanks again guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.